Hello, everyone. Welcome to Susan for SLC Aquatics. Hashtag Fish Fam Mom. Touching lives one fish at a time. Welcome to the fish room tonight. I am looking to contact Father Fish as my special guest tonight. I do hope that he can join me. I saw that he was live for like 3 hours ago. And even though I sent him an email, I haven't heard from him. So I will be posting the link in the chat later on so that others can join me on the subject of returning to the natural aquarium and what it contains and how we can build our substrates according to Father Fish's ingredients, how we can make a biotope that will be self-supportive of the fish and the plants that are in it, and small water changes on a regular basis, not overfeeding, feeding less instead of daily and several times a day, but feeding less often, causing the natural um, the beneficial bacteria to be able to balance itself and not cause ammonia spikes and nitrite spikes, and letting the plants naturally keep the nitrates close to zero. It's just the natural way of building our aquariums that the commercial aquarium hobby has gotten us away from. And I'm not saying if it's working for you to change, because if it's working for you, by all means, keep doing what you're doing. I want to say hello to everyone that was in the chat early tonight. I do believe Fish Room Fever, James was here. Sushi Berry showed up. Dustin Ritchie, Storm Riders Aquatics. Melvin, I just watched your video that you put out yesterday, and I want to say congratulations for finding your soulmate. Rockford Fish Keeping is in the house. Big Easy Support Group is in the house. Dan Slee is in the house. 54 Punchy, the Art of Fish Keeping is in the house. I want to welcome everyone to the stream tonight. If anybody can reach out to Father Fish to see if he is available, go right ahead. We got Cindy M in the house. Sorry, Cindy, I missed you. Hello and welcome to the stream. I am on StreamYard's chat. So if my mods can help keep an eye on things. StreamYard used to give the option to you to go to, let's see, to go to YouTube, but it's not showing it. Just like everything, it has its updates and upgrades, and it'll delete one feature to allow another feature. We got Caleb Aquatics in the house. Hey, Caleb, how are you doing? Did you have a good day at school today, or did you get snowed in? Yeah, we're doing fine here, but to the southwest of us, there was some terrible devastation and loss of life and property due to tornadoes and crazy windstorms last night with lots and lots of rain. We had lots of rain. We really didn't have that much wind, but we did have some wind, but not anything tornadic. So I saw that Father Fish was live earlier, and he was kind of bummed with the fish order that he got in. I think he was expecting some Auraru or whatever, how do you pronounce them, and they were in bad, beat up shape. Hey, Scott at Fancy Tales Aquatics. Pool filter sand in the trunk for traction on winter streets. Yeah, I'm sure you're having it bad there too. Hello, Daryl Deemer. How you doing, sweetheart? How much snow, Dustin, do you have on the roads at this time? Hey, Dusty Lumpy Dog, how you doing? Good to have you in the chat tonight. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. I got an order of guppies off to Petsotics this afternoon, and they should be there Friday for him. The heat pack was already working before I sealed it up. HC Aqua, Jesse's in the house. Hello, Jesse. I drove into Grand Junction Studio to work last night, and roads were getting frosty by the time I drove home at 9 p.m. I usually work from home studio, expecting big snow around Colorado this winter. Wow, Dustin. Well, please be safe and take it easy, and be careful on the highways. Don't travel when you don't have to. If you have to, by all means, be safe. Dustin says Denver has been a mess in the past couple weeks. I'm 6 hours west of Denver, and we get a dusting here and there, but nothing that has lasted yet. Yeah, the misting that we had today would have been snow if the atmosphere would have been cold enough. Susan, very good night. Just was bad and bought 5 females and a purple male betta from J&J's. Kaler's Aquatics is in the house. Sand in mine for my planted tanks. Home Depot loaded it, but I can't unload it with my back and neck injuries. I'm going to open a bag and move it 10 pounds or so at a time, and eager to get started. Great, Bob. I'm wanting to get some more black sand for my 55, and I want to get some of that, what did he call it? Solidic sand. Am I pronouncing it right? Silicate sand to put even on top of my gravel and my Eco Complete substrates that I have in my tanks. Vinoski's in the house. Hey, Vinoski. Yeah, I had some questions for him, and I hope he shows up. I may have to try to private message him to see if he can join me tonight. I don't know if he'll see that. I can. I'm so off topic. Nah, I've got a Jeep. We do pretty good in the snow, but for a pickup for sure, get some weight in the back. That's right. Silica sand is what they use in sand blasters. Okay. I'm going to get sand tomorrow, Amateur Aquatics says, for my paradise fish. Awesome. I can't wait to see that paradise fish. How about showing us those green guppies? Well, you want to see the American greens. Let me set up my camera. Lumpy Dog, the setup's going to be a little different tonight because I'm on StreamYards. So I've got to actually set my, change my camera. So hang in there. Let me switch it over. See, it's not going to be able to zoom in. But that's my greens. I'm trying to finish up a video about my skink, but he isn't eating on cue now. Oh, no. Yes, thumbs up, Scott says at Fancy Tail Aquatics. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, Amateur Aquatics says. Hey, Bob, they never do. Dustin Ritchie says, I took a bunch of fish kits to the local fish store yesterday. 49 mollies, 2 bettas, 2 bristlenose plecos, pays for day with wife and an oil change. Oh, I gotta turn that light off. Oh, down the wormhole. D is in the house. Kaylor says, amateur, I found it impressive that you had asked so many people about the black paradise fish and got no real answers in the streams. Father knew immediately and gave lots of info. He's amazing. Yes, he is. Those males have great tails. Yes, they do. They're delta tail. James, he tried to kill me when I did the room service last night. LOL. Y'all, excuse me. What time are you on? So he did make contact. I'm going to share the link with him in Messenger. I'm going to copy and I'm going to send him a message in Messenger. And maybe he'll be joining us in a few seconds. I'm going to switch back to my other camera right now, Lumpy Dog, so that I can welcome him in appropriately. And Fish Tropic Jason's in the house. Hey, Jason. Hi, Susan. Father Fish is in the chat. Did you click on the link that I sent you in Messenger? So that you can log on with me. We're live tonight, Father Fish, so come on into the room. Come on into my fish room. Click on the link in Messenger, Father Fish. Great stream, Father. What was singing? So let's see. Thank you. Nice to be here. So sorry I do not have video or mic at home. Oh, drats. Rob 93 is in the house. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Hey, Diego at Pet Sonics. All right. Well, I'm going to share the link in chat. Anyone who wants to join me tonight live on the panel, come on and join. And we're going to talk about returning to the natural aquarium. Sounds like he's at home and not the store. Yeah. He would love to be there in voice. Yes, I would love to have you here because I am grabbing at information and my knowledge is limited, Father Fish. You could join on your smartphone. Hello, Caleb. Come on in, Mr. Caleb. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm going to have to put my earbuds on so I can hear you.
Just setting up my little tripod kind of thing here. How's it going? I thought I could jump on here.
I know you're talking. Just keep talking, Caleb.
Okay. But yeah, so
congratulations on your subs, man, and your giveaways. I know you had a lot of fun last night.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Right now, just getting everything done right now. Getting stuff filmed. Got another video filmed halfway. Got to film that.
Yeah.
It's kind of the grind right now.
Well, we're going to talk about returning back to the natural aquarium.
Yeah.
And like Father Fish's suggestions on, 3-inch sand substrate and plants, live plants, getting the aquarium established and You know, I haven't watched all of his videos. He needs a pewter. We'll hang in there with you, is what he says. Yeah, if he had a smartphone, he could join us on his smartphone. But you know, I have different substrates in all of my aquariums. I have a couple bare bottom aquariums still, and the American green guppies. I want to go ahead and put a nice sand substrate in over there and start planting some plants. They've got a good colony going now with Java moss in there. But most of my aquariums I started with gravel, and then I acquired the 55-gallon that came with 2 inches of black sand in it. And I had never had sand before because I'd heard all of the taboo about, you know, it getting sucked up in your filter and clogging up your hang on the back filter. And even some people say that their sponge filters get clogged up because they don't have enough base on the bottom of their sponge filter, and it's kind of sitting right on the surface of the sand, and so the air intake from the air pump is sucking sand up into the sponge filter. Have you ever had any problems with that, Caleb? I can't hear you, Caleb. I have no mic on you. Did you change something, Caleb? Because I had you at first. I don't have any audio on you. Well, keep talking. Maybe something switched on my end. Well, this is a bummer because I can't hear you. Is anybody else having sound problems? Hello, Diego.
Hello.
Can you all hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear Caleb, though.
Yeah, I can't hear him either. Oh.
How are you doing tonight?
Okay.
I'm going to switch my mic back then. So have you had any problems with sand being sucked up in your sponges?
Have I?
Yeah.
No, I don't use sand.
You don't use sand? What kind of substrates do you use?
I use Eco Complete.
Uh-huh.
And I use on two of my tanks I have Eco Complete, and another one I had, what did I have? It was I want to say Seachem Fluorite.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember, but I want to say that. And the one I took down because I had white worms, and I'm totally that was just the bare bottom.
Okay.
So now I'm down to 3 tanks.
Down to 3. Well, you need that 55.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea where the chat went. I'm going to have to scroll up, see if anybody. Father Fish says people who have never tried sand and dirt are against it for reasons that have no bearing on reality. And then let's see, everybody's saying hi. Father Fish snort. Kaler's Aquatics, no sound from Caleb. Dustin, go ahead.
Sorry,
Diego.
I haven't used sand. I'm not against it, but I just can't speak for it because I've never tried it. So, but I'm not against it. I'm open minded about trying new things. So,
Well, I was always told that sand needed root tabs and stuff like that if you were going to put live plants into it. but my sand is so old that, and I've never deep graveled, cleaned it, that it's built up that anaerobic bacteria that Father Fish was talking about.
yeah.
And it nourishes my root feeding plants like crazy. My Amazon sword that's only been in there about a year is already 18 inches tall, and it started out about 4 or 5 inches. So in a year, it's almost tripled its size. And I don't put any root tabs in there. I may have done it the first time I put the plant in, but by now that root tab's dissolved and gone.
Yeah.
So the only problem that I have is the surface of my sand not looking clean and pretty. But if I don't overfeed the aquarium, the denison barbs and the rainbow fish keep even the substrate clean. Are you back, Caleb? Still no audio. He's working on it. So I've used Eco Complete and Fluval Stratum, I think. Is it Stratum or Stratus for shrimp? Stratum.
Yeah.
And I've got different size gravel. I've got the medium size gravel, and I've got up in the 5-gallon behind me. It's a real small, a real fine gravel, and it doesn't weigh much. It's probably clay based.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much like everything else. You hear good stuff about products and you hear bad stuff. It just depends to each individual person what they like and what works for them.
Yeah, Father Fish wants me to read the comments. People, let's see. I already read that one. He is silent. Cindy M says, so what would you guys suggest for an outside time sand or pebbles? An outside pond. What would you suggest for an outside pond?
For an outside pond, I'm not very knowledgeable on ponds.
Okay, well, in my pond right now, I don't have any substrate. I did buy some pebbles to put in the pond, but I may not put the pebbles in the pond now. I may buy sand in the spring and change it out and put some sand in the bottom to I can't really plant plants with those goldfish because those goldfish eat anything that's green. But I would put sand in my outside pond. Some people put pebbles, some people don't put anything. And if Joseph at JH Aquatics was here, he'd probably say put leaf matter and stuff like that to put a natural base in the bottom of the pond too. My pond's not out where the leaves get into it very much. I might pick out a handful of leaves where the wind blows them in.
Yeah.
Amateur Aquatics asked Father Fish, do you have to have dirt under the sand, or is it okay if it's just sand? Because I know he set up that 55 gallon in his video with about 2 inches of dirt, but he had a whole combination of things he put in there. And he mixed it all up in a 5 gallon bucket, and then he wet it and let it sit overnight. And then the next day he poured it into the 55, and then he poured 2 inches of silicate sand on top of it. And then he planted it and put rock and decor in there. Father Fish says pebbles will, oh, I got to scroll up. Pebbles will make the water foul. Okay. So he would suggest putting sand. Would you suggest putting sand in an outside pond? He said, don't try to clean it. Joseph is right. Cover the mulm, is what Father Fish says. Cover the mulm with leaf matter and such on the bottom of a pond. And I do water changes. I was talking about doing a water change in my pond today because some of the water has evaporated since my last water change about a month and a half ago. I can't remember what this is. I think in October or the 1st of November, I did a good 50% water change on my outside pond. And so I've had some evaporation, and I'm starting to see a little bit of protein bubbling on the surface. So I was going to do another water change of about, maybe 10%, 20%, just to freshen up the water. I haven't fed them much because of the cold. They're not coming up and eating. We got Zen Ginger in the house. Hey, Zen Ginger, how you doing? And we got OSAS Destiny. Caleb, I show you love. Caleb's got a follower. Yeah, I see you in backstage. You got audio now, young man? Try it.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Can you hear it?
Got you now.
Got him.
All right, so Caleb, what would you put in an outside pond for substrate?
Rocks.
Rocks. You know what Father Fish said?
I would go with rocks just because I'm so used to rocks. You don't have to clean sand as much as you would. You still have to clean rocks, but I like rocks more. It's easier for me to do rocks. Let me get this tripod up a little bit more. Little bendy arm ones. But yes, I would do rocks. I'm used to rocks. I've really only done rocks. I've never really done sand or anything types of stuff like that. So I would use rocks myself. Maybe do some thin layers of sand to kind of fill in, or different types of leaf litter on the bottom, maybe as well.
Yeah, Father Fish said that rocks or gravel would foul the water in the pond. So I'm looking to see what his answer was. He said that he agreed with Joseph at JH Aquatics to cover the mulm with leaves and sand. I know I've missed a lot of conversation. Dustin Ritchie says, you're live at Caleb Aquatics. Praise the Lord. Yeah, we got him finally. I hate technical difficulties. We got Big J's fish keeper in the house too. Hey, Big J. I know I've missed some of the followers coming in. And Father Fish says, add a ½ inch of sand if it gets dirty. Aha, a ½ inch of sand. Okay. People get in trouble with sand by trying to clean it. Aha. Yeah, I used to take just the wand in my gravel vac and just wave it across the surface of the sand to get any loose debris that could be sucked up. But I no longer stick my gravel vac down in my sand for any deep cleaning. Caleb, are you still there? No. Did you wiggle the wire? Diego, you got anything that you wanted to add to the show tonight concerning returning to a natural aquarium? Do you have any experience with that?
Returning to a natural aquarium.
Yes.
I mean, I like natural aquariums. I try to make mine as natural as possible. But I can because all my tanks are pretty much, not pretty much, they are all holding tanks, whether it's plants or fish. I can never. Well, I shouldn't say that. I will at one point have my own personal nice tank. But right now, for the most part, what I have, they're all holding tanks for plants and fish of stuff that I sell.
Okay.
But
Father,
I don't I don't like the decorations that the stores sell, like the SpongeBob pineapple house and stuff like that. I mean, it's good for kids, but
yeah.
I just love the natural look.
Yeah, the kids like little themes to do do their aquariums with. Father's Fish says that rocks trap the dirt in the water column, which causes the nutrients to be in the water column. Like I was having that bacteria bloom in my crayfish tank, and I hope to be able to show that later tonight, because I haven't done another water change since I added the gravel, and it's almost clear now. So the gravel gave the beneficial bacteria something to hold on to. Plus, I had also added some liquid bacteria. The API stress on is what I use. Father Fish also said that you want to allow the detritus of the fish to rot and stay below the sand. So if you have detritus on top of the sand surface, you want to probably vacuum that up to get it so it doesn't foul the water column. I wish he had a microphone and a video camera to join us tonight. But when I opened up the program tonight, I reminded everyone that we wanted to try to go back to the natural aquarium that Father Fish was suggesting, because he's had hundreds of aquariums that are successful with his method for years. So, you always want to lean towards experience, right? But when I opened up the program tonight, I said, if what you have set up is working and you don't want to change it because you don't have enough knowledge of what you're doing, it's better not to change anything until you have all of the information gathered together and you understand it before you make any changes. Because what's working for you right now, you could upset the balance in your aquarium by doing something, out of step or not in the right proportion. So I wanted Father Fish to be live in the stream tonight so that I could get his feedback. Caleb's Aquatics is asking me, how close am I getting my 4,000 watch hours? I have 2,000 watch hours right now, so I'm 50% there. So y'all can start watching my playlist. And a friend of mine in New Jersey said that he watches 3 of my playlists at night. You know, he just turns the volume down, and he just opens up different tabs and watches different playlists on each tab. So that helps get view hours. So I thought that was a good idea. We got Chewy LTD in the house. I'm with Pet Sonics. I love Biotope Aquariums, and hello to Fish Tropics and Fish Room Fever. People should set up different tanks, bare bottom, dirted, gravel, and mixed substrate, Fish Tropics suggest. Amateur Aquatics says I probably have 2 minutes of watch hours. Chewy says I love bare bottom tanks for long fin fish. Father Fish says absolutely. Do what works. My system works for those who try it, but it must be done correctly. One basic rule is never clean the substrate. And, you know, our box stores tell us, and not just our box stores, but anywhere that you search on the web, it tells you once a month to gravel vac, rinse out your filter media, replace your filter media once a month. You know, all of this is, I think part of it is marketing, trying to keep money rolling into the product line, because a lot of times I'll take the carbon out of my filter media that comes with my hang on the back filter, and I will split it open at the top and empty out all of the carbon after 30 days and rinse the filter media in aquarium water and put it back into my filter. And then sometimes I will add rinsed off activated carbon and put it back in there, but not very often anymore. Sometimes I'll put filter floss in there and stuff it, you know, to give it some more polishing effect. And the only time I actually use carbon, activated carbon in my filters is after medication, if I've used medication. We got Sherry and Will in the house. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? Don Gallagher's in the house. Fish Tropic agrees. Cartridges is marketing. LOL. Kaler's Aquatics says the tank I'm adding sand to tonight used to have twice the sand. I have backed it out, even being careful. Subsequently, I've lost plants and can't keep any fish in the tank. Reset coming. Exactly, Bob. We got Big City Bettis in the house. Hey, Amber. Caleb says he's back, but he's not in the trying to come on video. He's in the chat. Don Gallagher says, my friend's been trying to get me to go dirted for years. He has 125 dirty with sand cap, and his plants look amazing. No CO2, just light and substrate. Yeah, Don, if I can get the camera set up over on my 55, you all will be surprised. Go ahead, Diego, and talk to us about Pet Sonics tonight.
Well, I have I discounted some products on my website, not all, and I have something planned for January. I'm not going to say what that is now. You'll find out in January. And I'm also planning on doing live streams. Hopefully, I'm planning Wednesdays to do live streams Wednesdays before Rob 93, I believe, or Tuesdays. I don't know who's on before Melvin. If nobody's on before Melvin, I'll do Tuesdays. So that's what I'm planning.
That's
And in January, I'm planning a big sale on my website.
great. I'm trying to center up my camera. Do you have any sales right now?
Just the discounts that are on my website.
Okay. It's not a very good shot, but I'm gonna show you all a little bit of my. It's crooked as all get out. All right. Let me see if I can straighten that shot. But you see that sword right there?
Yeah.
I think my camera's gonna fall. That sword was 5 inches tall when I put it in that aquarium a year ago. That is black sand, and I did put root tabs, I think, when I moved it to that back corner about 6 to 8 months ago. And like it's as tall as the aquarium.
Very nice.
And all of my anubias are blooming. I have 3 anubias plants in there, and they've all bloomed. I have chain swords. I have Java ferns. I have some cryptocorn. And over in the other corner, I have another sword that's smaller than that one because I've cleaned that corner. I'm not going to clean that corner anymore. Switching my camera back, Diego.
Okay.
I'm going to catch up and chat a little bit.
All right.
Father Fish says it looks very nice. Thank you, Father Fish. I need some more sand in there, though. Audio tech tip. There's a little crosstalk or echo. A set of headphones, even the ones that come with cell phone, could eliminate that. No big deal, just a thought. Yeah, I've got earbuds in. Diego, do you have any earbuds that you could wear?
I don't.
Okay, you might want to turn your volume down just a little bit. Not, I want you to be able to hear me. Okay, now you say something.
Okay, I turned down the volume a little bit.
Yeah, that helps. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't do away with the crosstalk or echo, but it's much better. Thank you, Dustin. Java fern, Java sword, Java moss, and lilies are working for me. It's hit and miss with other plants here. Chewy says, I also noticed it with the veil-tail angelfish, so I missed something. I use iron oxide as part of the mix more than a year release. Yeah, the mix that he puts in the soil is iron oxide. Hey, Michael Aquarium from England. Good to see you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Let me see. Fisher and Fever says, I've used sand and dirt in the past, and I would like to do it again in a proper way, meaning a tank that the fish won't dig it up and it's not constantly remodeling. Yeah, that's why you really need that deep sand substrate. 3 to 6 inches, I do believe, is what Father Fish suggested for those that are sand sifters, so that they can really have fun and not disturb that lower part of the substrate where the anaerobic bacteria lives. So if I missed anything, I'm sorry. Thank you, Diego, for SLC Aquatics. Oh, did you put the whole word instead of SLC in the discount?
SLC Aquatics 15.
Yeah, you typed SLC Aquatics 15 to get 15% off your entire order at petsonics.com. Is,
Um,
is it complete my whole name, or I think it was SLC 15.
I think it was too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's,
You can delete your comment.
okay.
uh,
All right.
James Lathan's in the house. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas, James. Fisherman Fever says, my issue was more with it being stirred into the water column. Yeah, I understand that too. I bet it kept it milky and smoky all the time. So, Father Fish, if you have any suggestions for that, I appreciate the input. The system recycles itself, he says.
Okay, I corrected it. Sorry.
Okay, I'm looking for it so I can put it on the screen. I don't see it yet. There it is. I'm going to put it on the screen. SLC 15 to get 15% off your entire order. www.petsonics.com. All right. Thank you, Diego.
Sure.
I'm going to leave it up there for a little bit. Don Gallagher says to Melvin, I love algae. It's natural and beneficial. Yeah, Father Fish says he doesn't have much algae in his aquariums. I have very little algae in my tanks, and I'm shy of surface area here tonight. So I'm gonna switch cameras again. I want you all to see the crayfish aquarium. I had to take my earbuds out because they were going to pull my ears off. Okay, switch in cameras. All right. So how does that look compared to last week? Do you remember what last week looked like?
Yeah, looks better.
Yeah, it still has a little fogginess, but remember when I turned the lumens down on my camera last week, it didn't look so foggy.
Yeah.
And I don't have those controls here on this software.
Looks a lot clearer.
Yeah, from here it's very clear. There's just a little bit of cloudiness to me, but the light shining on it and me not being able to adjust the gamma on the camera lens. Father Fish says I need to learn how to switch cameras. It's in your little gear wheel in StreamYards. Even when you're live, you can go down to the cam/mic. There's a little gear wheel. And if you have more than one camera open, then you can just switch whatever you want to go to. But you got to have both cameras connected at the same time. Storm Rider says, Merry Christmas to you too. Kaler's Aquatics is saying, Hi, Mike at the Fish Tank Barn. Hey, Mike, good to have you in the stream tonight. We're talking about returning to the natural aquarium, and Father Fish couldn't join me on video and audio tonight because he doesn't have those features at his house. So we're going to have to do this again with him live to explain. If y'all will go back and watch his video on when he mixed the soil that he was setting up a 55-gallon and all of the ingredients and how much he put, you know, certain things he put a full cup in, certain things he put a eighth of a cup in, a quarter of a cup in, a half of a cup in, and he was mixing all of those ingredients together into his soil substrate. I believe it was a organic potting soil without fertilizers and additives in it, or preservatives in it, and or insecticides or anything. And he mixed it with water, and I didn't even ask him if that was dechlorinated water, because I'm not sure if his water there in the fish room is from deep well water or not. I forget. Rockford Fish Keeping says, I was just thinking at Chewy Ltd that your something has a lot of videos to catch up on. Oh, his channel. Yeah. His channel has a lot of videos. He's been doing premieres. He's been doing tributes to rock bands, and adding the aquatic theme along with it. Yes, the side that shows the sides of Chewy that's unusual. Keller Aquatics says, amateur Rachel O'Leary has some great videos on them and other carnivorous plants. Yes, she does. She does those Venus flytraps and those other type of flesh-eating plants that she puts out in her garden every spring and summer. Barbara Jackson just signed in. Hi, Barbara. How are you doing? Yes, it is an interesting topic. I just have a whole lot that I need to learn about it. And anyway, I want to set up a couple of my aquariums that are bare bottom with some sand substrate and get some more. I'll be able to harvest some of my plants from the 29 and from the 55 to put over into that. And I've got 3 bunches of Java moss that are in there, and I want to take one out and maybe put it down in the crayfish aquarium and see what they do with Java moss. But Bob at Kaler's Aquatics and James at Fish Room Fever did receive a couple of my crayfish because I bagged them together, which is a no-no. I made a lot of mistakes in that shipment, and I knew to put each crayfish in their own individual bags, but I think my mind was overwhelmed with tiredness and all the other stuff I've been going on with my son. So anyway,
It's understandable. Family first.
yeah, and I shouldn't have shipped anything.
Hmm.
Because when I tied the bag, I had a lot over, so I flipped it over and called myself double bagging the bag, but I weakened the rubber band area by doing that. It was, the bags leaked, crayfish ate each other. James got 1 out of 2 to live. Bob's got 1 out of 3 living because while he was acclimating both of them together in the dish, one killed the other one and jumped out of the dish. So yeah, I know crayfish can be very carnivorous, even though they're considered omnivores. Um, when it comes to territory, they will kill one another. The self-cloning crayfish are advertised as not being as aggressive as the wild caught crayfish out of our creeks and stuff, but they are. They're just as bad, even though those 15 have lived together in that 10-gallon aquarium. I'm pushing it because they're starting to mature and I need to separate them and I don't have anywhere to put them. So nature has its course, you know. And I think mom's getting ready to molt again. So she's not having anything to do with any of the little ones. When she goes to moving around in the tank, they all just scurry away from her because they know that they could be her next meal. So then I guess crayfish should be bagged one per bag. That's right, Barbara. They should be bagged one per bag and with a piece of plastic. Uh, I don't know, some what was it? I forget what that egg crate. Egg crate would puncture the bag, so a soft piece of plastic down in there, or one stem of green plant like guppy grass or something for them to grasp a hold of, and you want to double bag that bag. And they traveled well in the temperatures. I think they were 40 and 50 degrees temperature without a heat pack. They traveled well. They were cold, but they would have survived if I had put them in separate bags and double bagged them. Father Fish Mesh. Yes, Father Fish. Thank you. I'm still tired. Um, I did get a little nap. Amateur Aquatics says Venus flytraps are cheap to buy and might do some research and get one. They're really neat little creatures. Yeah, Barbara Jackson netting. Yeah, y'all got the idea. Um, Bob Don Gallagher says, Bob, what did you delete? You're going to get put in timeout. Oh, let's see. What did I miss? Oh, Bob found the dirted tank video. Thank you, Bob. Richie says, my biggest female mollies been biting on each other in the 55. Behave, ladies. Yes, behave. I've had some aggressive female guppies before that actually killed another female guppy. And I was like, I don't like these new strains of guppies because as a kid, I didn't have that type of aggression out of guppies. But my first guppies in January 5 years ago were so aggressive. So I don't know if it was probably water parameters too. You know, if you have ammonia and nitrites in your tank, a lot of times you can send your fish berserk. Kaler's Aquatic says, don't the link for Pet Sonics was still in my post, so I deleted it and posted the correct one above. Sorry, just trying to help the host out. LOL. Oh, that was Kaler. Okay, thanks, Bob. We already took care of all that. Madfish Diva's in the house. Hello. How is everybody doing? We got 26 viewing. How many likes do we have, everybody? I'm not in competition with Caleb with getting 50 likes tonight, but I appreciate everybody who came out on this Tuesday to discuss returning to the natural aquarium. Father Fish said, I had an elderly lady bring a molly back because she said it was mean. Yeah, I think mollies can get mean and territorial. And I've even read articles where they've killed the male. And I think I've even read articles where the female guppies, since you have more females in an aquarium with one male, they could actually kill the male. I've never seen them kill one, but I have seen one female be real aggressive towards the male to where he knew to leave her alone. Don Gallagher says now the party can get started because Madfish Diva's in the house. Dolly Vigil, who is the gentleman in with Susan? Okay. How do I get that banner off? Do I have to go back to the original comment and take it off? Let me see. No, there we go. I just had to switch to something else. Hey, Dolly Vigil, good to have you in the house tonight. The gentleman is Diego with PetSonics.com.
Hello.
We got GRB Aquatics in the house. Hello. And let's see, what else have I missed? Father Fish says it was trying to breed with the girls. Uh-huh. She thought she thought the Molly was being mean, and all he was doing was trying to breed with the girls, and so she brought the Molly back. Got you, Father Fish. Kaler's Aquatic says, oh, that would do it. All right. Yes, it would. Dolly Vigil is asking for a link to PetSonic's channel. You can get a link to his channel by going to the right of his name on the chat. Have you chatted lately, Diego? You want to just say something in the chat so they can go to your channel?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Dolly, you can go to the right of Pet Sonic's name, and there's 3 dots, and you can click on the 3 dots, and the very top says go to channel, and you can visit his channel there, and you can subscribe. You can show love for love, everybody. I think Father Fish posted another incident. Let me see. He said, I had another lady who brought a betta back because she said it was making soap. It's blowing bubbles. Yeah, we just need to educate our people, don't we? They don't understand what's going on. Dusty said to Amateur Aquatics, mollies go with guppies like when there's not enough of their own kind. Swords go with platies. Yes, they do. They can interbreed with one another. Madfish Diva says, please hit that like button. Thank you, Diva. HC Aqua, free soap. Yep. GRB Aquatics saying hi to Diego at Pet Sonic. Do you know GRB Aquatics? He's from Great Britain, I think. Am I right, GRB? And Dolly, I don't know where Dolly is from unless it's from India. I'm not sure. Kaler shared your channel. Thank you, Bob Kaler.
Bob's on that posting links in chat. I wanna thank Bob for putting. I did see him putting up my website at least 3 times. So he's really on it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
That's a real good bot.
And remind me, Bob, when I go live, remind me to make you a mod in my stream.
Yeah, he'll work hard for you. Rockford Fish Keeping said that we need to make a gupali. a gup ollie. I think they're called muppies, aren't they? Molly and a guppy bred together. I've heard that they're sterile, they can't reproduce, but they're called muppies, Brian. Oh, he's from Australia. GRB Aquatics is from Australia. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Muppies, mollies, and gollies. Muppies and gollies. Yep, I've heard both of those terms. I posted it for him, Susan. Thank you, Bob. That's fine. You know me. I'm not jealous. Matter of fact, if we're still supporting Pam at 54 Punchy's GoFundMe account, please post those links as well in the chat. And if we're still supporting, um, um, boy, I went blank. Candy Overhauls, you can post her links as well. American English confused with Australians. That's true, but I can usually pick up on an Australian accent. And let me see. Madfish Diva said, sorry, I'm on the phone and link challenged. I understand. She broke her iPad keyboard. No. Father Fish says he has so many emails, I'll never find it. You need someone to get into your emails and help you out there, Father Fish. Yep, Bob is a good mod, Don says. Madfish Diva says, LOL. It was sent Monday, I think, to Father Fish, LOL. And Keller Aquatics says, you're welcome, Diego. It's what mods are for, LOL. Well, guys, it's after 7, and I don't know if Chris from Multi-Tank Addictions is wanting to go live or if he hasn't already gone live. I want to thank Diego at PetSonics.com for joining me tonight. I want to thank Caleb Aquatics for trying to join us tonight. Bless his heart with technical difficulties. I want to thank Father Fish for joining us in the chat. Hopefully, we will do this again, Father Fish, when you have a camera and a microphone. And we will, I will go back and rewatch those videos on how you set up that 55-gallon and how to set it up and, try to get some more understanding so I can do it correctly and not upset the natural biotopes I already have. So thank you again, everyone. I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas. I won't be live Tuesday night because that's Christmas Eve. My family will be coming together for our Christmas Eve gathering. So I will catch up with you again after the new year. I will be doing my Friday morning live streams. So I will be live 9:30 a.m. Central Time Friday morning. Diego, thank you again.
Thank you.
God bless you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
You too.
All right.
All right.
Y'all have a blessed night.
Good night.
Good night.